Destroyed, eh? I will destroy you. And I didn't know it was coming, but thanks for the destruction. I really needed that. I was destroyed. And now I have to. I'm left to deal with the aftermath.
Right. But you repatch it together, but it'll be never the same as it was the first time. Much like relationships, the sequels never are as good as the original.
Or perhaps they're better because you found a new place, a new state for each person, and you both changed in the perspective. And if that perspective works together, then great. If it doesn't, then too bad for you. Let's move on to the next. Aurora Borealis come your way. Isn't that what love is? I mean, really.
I'm sorry, is love what?
I think love is the Aurora Borealis. It's this perfect expression of beauty. And so when we destroy something that was beautiful, we're reborn into this new space. And the Aurora Borealis shows us the way.
So how does that relate to destruction?
It is the rebirth, the reformation of, and the change from away from destruction to preservation.
Self-destruction.
Yeah.
Right, which of course would be, human self-destruction.
Yeah, I mean, don't we all know someone who we've just seen on that path?
Including ourselves, yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Self-harm and maybe even drug abuse.
But I mean, there is the slow progression towards down the sort of self-destructive path. I think that people find themselves engaged in, and they don't want to be in it, right? Most people don't want to be self-destructive. Most people, anybody who wants to be self-destructive in their conscious mind, but their subconscious is fighting against that, right?
But what is destruction? And usually we're trying to play in this positive way, but ultimately, isn't destruction an end point? It's destruction.
Absolutely. It doesn't really matter what happens after. That something has been destroyed. Whatever it ends up being, right?
Or in the act of being destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously you can say everybody's dying, but it's an active state, I think,
Well, our path leads to destruction, but it does not lead that way through a self-destructive. I mean, it can, but inevitably we all end up at this position of destroy, right? But that sounds so funny. It's like an end point. It's not a destroy point. It's an end point. Nothing is destroying us. It's the natural occurrence of things, right? I think destruction comes from places of consciousness. Destruction. If a volcano erupts, and let's use Pompeii, it just obliterates a place. Now that place was destroyed. Yes, absolutely. But it's only been destroyed because we define it as such. Nature doesn't see it that way. Nature certainly doesn't perceive it that way. Nature doesn't perceive. I don't think nature perceives. I think nature is just simply nature. And so now, is that destruction, or is that just simply